So we're taking the next logical step with a historic agreement on science and technology partnerships, and this will create new government, academic, and private sector cooperation in areas such as AI, which is taking over the world. I'm looking at you guys. You're taking over the world, Jensen. I don't know what you're doing here. I hope you're right. All I can say is we both hope you're right. But it's pretty amazing. Quantum computing, fusion, 6G, and civil nuclear energy, and align our nations through the approach of centered deregulation and innovation. And we're going to have a lot of deregulation and a tremendous amount of innovation.
Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's Richie from Boston. It's the 9th. It's December. It's 2025. And things are getting wackier and wackier. The New World Order is right directly on course. The President of the United States of America has just done the most unpresidential thing on earth. He's basically declared war between the federal government and every state in the United States of America, and nobody seems to be paying attention. But before we get to that, here's some good news. This is from Nicole V., the girl that did the GoFundMe, and I helped her out with it. She said, Richie, thank you so much. You have no idea how much you have helped me, you and all the amazing people that follow you. Wouldn't it be nice if everyone was like the truthers? Well, yeah. Please let me know when you're headed back down this way. I'm pretty sure you were headed to Florida. I'm going to write a thank you and send it to your email. I would like to share it with your followers. Again, always be safe, Nicole. And we managed to raise her over her limit. So that is phenomenal. It's really, really phenomenal. So I'm glad people are just so awesome, because it was really short notice. I've gone back and forth with this woman for years. She's always invited me to come by her location and hang out and have dinner and show me around, things of that nature. And I always end up missing it one way or the other, but that's just how the ball rolls. At any rate, let me show you what the president's been doing, exactly what I've been telling you he's going to do, and he's did it. And I've also got somebody who's very high up in the intelligence realm that's shared some information that's really bad for me, you, and everybody we know. So, hooray! Here we go. Okay, so right off the rip, I want to show you some credentials that I've redacted a little bit to hide their privacy. But one of my subscribers and her husband are big into training the military and training special assets for the military, and they have the credentials to prove it. They are completely legit. And here's what they found. So these people are not only high up in the intelligence agencies, but they train the military and other operatives, etc. And she explained to me about this particular budget that they're putting aside, looking at the budget they'll be spending, wait for it, $33,333 per drone for Gauntlet 1, which will be up and running by February 2026. Now, if you don't know, February 2026 is in 2 months, but I digress. That's 30,000 drones for $1 billion. That's a huge amount to be spent on $30,000 drones. Obviously, right now, they're looking for info and prototypes, but I'm sure that they already have most of them accounted for. All in all, they're going to spend, wait for it, $6 billion, you see it, okay, for 200,000 drones by 2007. There's a quick uptick in drone use as the Air Force on the Air Force bases right now, but that's to be expected since it's the future of warfare. It's all in the name, Department of War. There's no official RFP. It looks like it's supposed to be released around the 17th of December. Looking at it on the surface, it seems logical since drones are a lot cheaper than missiles, but the price points are definitely no coincidence. But then they post the RFP. I'll know a lot more and I'll let you know. I will probably be 50 pages long for something this big. Ultimately, and you know this, spending this much always means war, and soon. They are not wasting any time looking for all the supplies they can find to fulfill this large order. This ain't good. Government's getting a whole 200, almost 250,000 drones to go after who? To go after us. And RFK, the guy that's part of the New World Order, he's hand in hand with Trump, warned us about this exactly. This guy is in the presidential White House right now, and he's telling you what I've been telling you, and he probably heard it on one of our channels. So the government is going to companies like Anduril, which I showed you many, many moons ago. These guys build monstrous drones that can do so many things, and they're completely anonymous. They can sit down, they can do electromagnetic warfare, they can completely take care of themselves, they can launch, they can come back to their base, they can recharge, and they can go out and just keep killing people, because that's what it's all about at the end of the day. Killing people, killing people, killing people. And that's what our government is worried about right now. Big time.
They are putting in place all of these technological mechanisms for control we've never seen before. It's been the ambition of every totalitarian state from the beginning of mankind to control every aspect of behavior, of conduct, of thought, and to obliterate dissent. Within 5 years, we're going to see 415,000 low-orbit satellites. Bill Gates says his 65,000 satellites alone will be able to look at every square inch of the planet 24 hours a day.
And he's not lying, because I did several videos on this years ago during COVID and prior, I think in 2019, where he said they can see every single square inch of the earth. This guy needs to go. And coincidentally, I spent the day with a couple of guys from the Department of Homeland Security and ICE. Imagine that. Yeah. And they're awake. Yeah. So people are figuring this out, and guess what? The reason I was spending the day with them is because they're getting their vehicles jacked up so that they can do what I do. You see what I'm saying? How crazy is that? And there is a huge, huge break in the middle of the government. So it's not all the government, but the government's going to bring people in from other countries, and they already have. Do you see what I'm saying? My main point for this video is get ready for this. Spiritually, physically, financially, every way you possibly can. Be ready for this, because they're doing this, and they're doing this soon. You should see this all around you. Trump has literally taken away all the... I mean, I don't care what any bills say. Trump is taking away the states' rights to protect you. They're just going to completely destroy the place. They're going to completely wipe America clean, which is why they never build anything of consequence. They built the houses like the Three Little Pigs houses in the United States, unlike other countries that have vast, vast structures that have stood the test of time. America was made to be wiped clean and started over again. And that's exactly what they're doing. You need to be ready for it.
They're putting in 5G to harvest our data and control our behavior. Digital currency that will allow them to punish us from a distance and cut off our food supply.
It's crazy to hear RFK saying the exact same things that we were saying, but now they're putting in 6G. 6G is going to be even worse, but chances are I won't be around for it, and hopefully most of you won't be either. You'll be someplace that we predestined to go to, or you'll be sent to meet your maker, one of the two. But I ain't hanging around for this stuff. But I got to tell you what, get your money out of the bank while you still can. Do it now. Everyone that's done it has sent me emails saying thank you so very much, because not only do they now have some sense of security, they have some control over what the banks are going to absolutely steal. You don't run the national debt up to 38, 39, 40 trillion dollars on paper when you're going to pay the bill. They're never going to pay the bill, and they're going to steal your Social Security, and they're going to steal your IRA and your 401k. Get it out of the bank. At least you'll have it. At least you'll have it. If you can't carry on, maybe you can give it to your grandkids or your children, because you have squared them away and they're ready for what's coming, because what's coming is here. They're just figuring out the best way to implement it. And we're talking any time now. Anytime they can pull the trigger. We just saw them take out the AWS, or the entire internet in the United States, not once, but twice in the last 4 months. What do you think they're practicing for? You see what I'm saying?
It's a terrible idea for the same reasons it's always been a terrible idea, Steve, which is to give these companies, these mega companies, multinationals, 10 years where they can do whatever the heck they want. And we all know what they're going to do. Here's what they'll do. They're going to come after everything that is yours, your name, your image, your likeness. They're going to take it. Anything you put out on the web, any of your pictures, any of your kids' pictures, your grandkids are going to take them. They're already doing it. And what are you getting compensated for it? Nothing.
Where 6G is coming. Every generation of wireless, it's a problem to solve. 2G was about making sure everyone in the world could have a telephone. 3G, connecting the phone to the internet. 4G, giving broadband to a mobile device and turn that into a computer. 5G is to allow all of us to have unlimited data rates and have mission-critical communication. What is 6G? 6G is designed for AI. So in addition of the networks making connectivity and give you faster connections, we'll sense everything around you. For example, we run experiments. We put our radio into a room, and you can have a baby in a crib, and just as the baby inhale and exhale and his chest moves, you have a disturbance in the RF environment, and we can actually get the heart rate monitor from the baby in the receiver of the radio. You take the AI to the next level, you can actually get facial recognition of everybody in the room. That's going to be done at scale at a 6G network, and that's more context.
For those that don't understand it, you have been completely and utterly sold down the river. And the people that are still hanging their hats on Trump, I don't know how they still feel. But I meet people that are halfway awake that still think Trump and RFK are going to somehow stop anything. They're facilitating it. They're allowing the introduction of 6G, which has nothing to do with laptops, cell phones, anything. 6G is exactly what we've been warning about since before COVID hit. You see what I'm saying? These guys are doing this. 10 years where your government, in your local government, any politician in any state, town, city in the United States can't be overridden, can't override anything the federal government decides to do. And the federal government made their plans very clear the first day when I can't stop talking about this. The president gave $500 billion to the richest 1% on earth to build AI, to build AI, to build AI. This is the new world order. They aren't kidding around. They're doing this. It's happening right now. And you need to be prepared in every possible way that you possibly can be. I don't know how many more ways to say this. I don't know how many more times I can possibly say this. But I'll keep trying until they blow the wind out of my lungs with a hole or two or four. Who knows? Drones are pretty sneaky, but so am I. And do you remember when Trump took the House, the White House, and we explained that he was doing the 10 Kings thing? Well, he's done it. The 10 Kings. This is biblical. Do you understand? MAGA means the top magician in the Satanic Church. The top 7 in the Satanic Church. MAGA means magician in every language on earth. Trump is a magician. Trump is very high up there for whatever reason. It is what it is. But that's where we're at right now. Check this out.
A lot of progress has been made with respect to Gaza and just about everything else we touch. Just yesterday, the United Nations Security Council formally adopted my peace plan and officially endorsed the Board of Peace. This is a board like no other. It will have the heads of major countries, I think all of the major countries. I hope Your Highness will be on the board. You'll accept, I hope. But the Board of Peace will be something that's never even been thought of before. And it's covering Gaza, but it'll end up covering large portions of the world. And I was honored to be chosen the chair of that Board of Peace, and I think you'll see something that nobody's ever seen before in terms of the status of the board. There will never be a board like the board that we're going to be announcing. Everybody wants to be on the board, and it'll end up being quite a large board because it'll be the heads of every major country, and the United Nations passed it. I guess unanimously, you can say. China, which was against it, took a pass. Didn't vote against it, and Russia, which was against it, didn't vote against it. So we appreciate it because one negative vote and it doesn't happen. So people were shocked to see that it was approved, and that was a great honor. It's a great honor for me, I will tell you. I think it's something like nobody's ever even imagined So it's called the Board of Peace, and watch for it because it's going to do some fantastic things.
President Trump has proposed a so-called Board of Peace to temporarily oversee Gaza, but it's still unclear who would be on the board and what exactly the board would do. By the way, former British Prime Minister Tony Blair was suggested for a leading role, but now that's in doubt. One thing is clear, though. We know President Trump says he will chair the board.
Of course he will, because they didn't put him on the cover of The Economist showing him the king of the world for no reason. The Economist works on a different timetable than we do, but when they show things, they come to pass, period. Just all there is to it. Before I wrap this up, I want to show you this, something you might not have known, but you know the Epstein list? Well, it's right here. Just real quick, before I wrap this up, I posted Epstein's list, unredacted, on my Patreon, and yes, Donald Trump is in there numerous times. The government keeps telling you they're going to release this list, or they're not going to release it, or it doesn't exist, or this, that, and the other thing. You're looking at it. It's been on the internet for over 10 years. This is about the 5th time I've shown it, but it's up on my Patreon right now. At any rate, Richie from Boston. Here it comes, man. Here it comes. I'm out. Actually, I'm not out. I wanted to show you this one more time. This is your carbon credit score for your social credit system. 8.1% is a sandwich, and that's 8.1% of your daily dietary carbon allowance. Can you believe these people have the balls to do this, and we're just going to sit here and do it? I think not. Now, I'm out.